In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few chart analyses to get you prepared for the week ahead. If you love the video, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're interested in learning trade forex like a professional, check out our forex trading course on Udemy. I have the link attached in the description below. There's currently a sale going on that's going to be ending about 4 days at the end of this month. Try as much as possible to take advantage of this sale and get our course. Learn to trade forex is going to help you a lot. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you already have a few experiences in the market. You're also going to learn a lot, right? So without wasting much time, let's dive in. So we'll be taking a look at a few charts because I think I'm having some internet issues. So we're gonna go over this chart real quick. So starting with gold chart on the 2 hours time frame. Like I said last week, we anticipated a consolidation leading to a continuation of this bearish movement. So I anticipated something like this, right? And then a continuation if you followed up our weekly analysis. But right now it seems that consolidation is taking so long to get confirmed before we head towards the direction we anticipated, which is the direction to the downside. But right now, this is what I'll be watching out for to either go long on gold, right? I'm going to wait for a consolidation, right? And then a bullish breakout. These are a trade. A consolidation would give us a better risk to reward ratio when it comes to taking trades like this. And the only reason I'll be looking towards a long position is because we are currently trading above this area of value, right? So we took out these lows last week, which is the breakout we had over here, and we broke back above, retested. So right now I'll be looking for a consolidation like this to go long, and my target is going to be around these highs. Stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout, right? So this is my bullish case scenario for gold. I think there's a very slim chance that this is going to happen, but like we say, trading is all about probabilities. Why for a short position, I'm going to wait for a consolidation like this. So we might get a not so clean consolidation and a bearish breakout, and that will give us a pattern like a bearish flag, right? Remember I said last week that these patterns may take time, so much time to form, okay, to be fully formed. Could be formed in 1 day, in a few days, in a few hours, or even in weeks. So right now I think what we're seeing right now is a consolidation that's going to be formed within a few more days or a few weeks, right? So something like this is what I'll be watching out for to go short on gold. Meanwhile, that will make this area of value kind of not so valid, like as clean as we want it to be. But meanwhile, this is what I'll be watching out for to go short. While to go long, I'll be watching out for a consolidation like this and a bullish breakout to go long, right? So this is my best case scenario for gold. As for going short targets, I'm just gonna do this real quick. So my target for a short position, so if we get a consolidation like this, my target will be aiming for these lows over here, right? So if you go all the way back to this price level, currently having a terrible internet, so my chart isn't loading properly. But if you take a look at your charts, for those who have outstanding internet connection, you'd notice we have an area of value over here that could trigger a bounce in continuation of the overall bullish trend on the daily time frame. That's it briefly for gold. Moving on, we'll be talking about GBP-USD. So GBP-USD is still in a bullish trend, but we seem to be trading below this significant area of value, right? So to go short, because right now I don't think it's logical to look for opportunities to go long in this kind of market conditions. So to go short, I'm going to wait for a consolidation, right, as a confirmation of our breakout, and a bearish breakout to go short. This is a no-brainer. This is what I'm going to watch out for to go short on GBP-USD, right? It may not be as clean as this. I always say this. So many traders like to watch out for textbook analysis. Textbook analysis means watching out for analysis that will just hit those price level immediately and bounce up. You do get those once in a while, but it's logical to expect price movements like this, right? It may not be as clean as you hope for, but the overall idea or the overall price action will show you or point you towards having a consolidation like this in form of a bearish continuation pattern to go short, right? So it may not be as wide as this, okay? I'm just giving you a brief explanation on what to expect, and it could be as small as this, but your confirmation or your trigger will be waiting for a bearish breakout as a sign of a continuation of this bearish breakout right over here. So if we get a bearish breakout to go down, then I'm going to go short, right? I'm going to go short at the breakout. Stop loss is going to be above the consolidation, and target is going to be around these lows. But I could, aim for these lows here first, then trade my positions as we go lower till we finally get to this price level where I believe we may likely see a potential reversal to the upside or not. But meanwhile, I'm only going to be bearish on gold, on GBP-USD this week. I am not going to be bullish, right? So I'm going to be bearish. When I get a bearish case scenario, when I get a bearish opportunity to go short, I'm going to go short. Meanwhile, we could easily, reverse, right? Easily reverse, do something like this and go up. But I'm going to have to see what the market does before I make a decision based on this price movement, which I am going to, share my thoughts on our Discord community. So if you're not on our Discord yet, try to follow us on Discord and take advantage of the trade opportunities presented there. So that's it briefly for GBP-USD. Next, we're going to be talking about GBP-JPY. So GBP-JPY currently in a bullish trend, as I've explained earlier, and we seem to have had a retest of this broken resistance level. So we have a resistance level over here. Now we have two retests. So my first case scenario is to go bullish, which will be waiting for price action like this, like this, like this, and up all the way to this price level. So this is something I'm watching out for to go long, right? But my main trigger would be waiting for a break above this area of value over here, right? So no matter what price does underneath this price level, so my trigger would be waiting for price to break above this area of value, because this area has acted as a support before, now acting as a resistance, which is known as a flip zone. So over here support, over here resistance. So this is a flip zone. There's a good chance if we flip over, taking this part back as a support level, then we might bounce higher. So this is what I'm going to be watching out for to go long on GBP-JPY. As for a short position, I'm simply going to wait for price to consolidate a bit, maybe get to this resistance level. If we don't break out from this resistance level, we may go back down, give you that consolidation, then a bearish breakout. So this would be another scenario for me to go short on GBP-JPY, despite we are in a bullish trend, right? I don't have a magic wand. I'm not a professor. I'm not the best Forex trader. This is simply my technique. And if you're going to be trading like this, it's good to take your own analysis, right? Carry out your own analysis, carry out your own research to see if this strategy aligns with your own trading strategy before you implement these things. This is how I trade, with proper risk management, of course. Then I go short here, aim for these lows over here, and my stop loss is going to be above the consolidation that leads to the breakout, or above these highs over here, as the case may be, right? So this is how I trade, and this is going to be my short case scenario for GBP-JPY, and my long case scenario is what I explained earlier on. So that's it briefly for GBP-JPY. Moving on, we're going to be talking about USD-JPY. So this is kind of like a textbook analysis, like I was talking about earlier. So this is a 4 hours time frame, and apologies for this stiff chart, because if you notice, I've not been navigating to different time frames. That's because I'm having internet connections, and I'm so lucky right now to have been making this video, because, well, 4 hours time frame, this is good enough for us to pick out or to choose a trade entry, right? So 4 hours time frame, I'll be watching for a consolidation around these highs and then a breakout, because this is clearly a bullish trend on USD-JPY, right? You can see the price movement, acting as a ladder, like a step case. Breakout, retest, classic retest, breakout, classic retest. Now we are trading around the highs of this price action over here. So I'll be watching out for a consolidation like this to go long. I have no bias going short. I have no reason to go short on this chart, right? So alternatively, we could come here for another maybe retest or not, then reverse to the upside before we finally get our breakout. So I'm not expecting us to break out right now immediately when the market opens. It may happen, it may not happen, but to be more conservative with this market, I'm just simply going to wait for a better consolidation or more consolidation and then a breakout before I get into a trade, right? So my entry is going to be above this area of value. Stop loss is going to be below the consolidation that leads to the breakout, and I'm going to trade my position as we go higher, at least, aiming for 200 pips. So this is briefly for USD JPY. I wouldn't be going short in this market, but for the bearish traders out there, for you to go short is what you should be watching out for, right? So you can watch out for something like this, a reversal to the downside, a consolidation on this area of value, and then a bearish breakout. So this should be your scenario to go short if you would be trading against this trend, right? But in my opinion, I think the dollar is quite strong, so it's logical to look for bullish trade opportunities, which is what I explained earlier. So lastly, we'll be talking about EUR-USD. So EUR-USD 4 hours chart, and we seem to be trading within a channel, right? An ascending channel. So real quick, to go long, I'm going to watch out for a consolidation like this, giving us a clear resistance level and a breakout from that resistance level. So like this, to go long. So some sort of a reversal chart pattern to go long. This is what I'll be watching out for to go long on EUR-USD. Obviously, I'm going to be aiming for these highs, right? These price levels are going to be my target. My stop loss is going to be below the lows that leads to the breakouts, and this is just going to be my bullish case scenario for EUR-USD. While for a bearish case scenario for EUR-USD, this is something you should watch out for. So you can watch out for the same consolidation, like you'll be watching out for a bullish case scenario, but this time watching out for a bearish breakout, right? So this will be my scenario to go short on EUR-USD, and my first target is going to be around these lows. Second target is going to be around these lows. So this is how I'm going to trade EUR-USD. Stop loss obviously is going to be above the consolidation that leads to the breakout, and my trade entry is going to be around the breakout price level, and targets is going to be these lows and these lows. So this is briefly for this week's analysis. Sorry, I do not have more charts to review because, like I said earlier, I'm having a bit of an internet connection, so that should be sorted out next week. If you're not part of our Discord community yet, please use the link in the description below to join our free Discord community. You're going to learn a lot. And lastly, if you're interested in learning to trade Forex like a professional, wanting to trade any financial market, check out our Forex trading course on Udemy. I have the link attached in the description below. Meanwhile, we're currently having a sale that will run till the end of the month, so do well to take advantage of that sale. That's it for me, guys. See you next week.